Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and I am holding in my hand a very gravid albino ball python, actually an orange dream albino that I produced a couple years ago. And I love albinos. I have so many albino animals. People probably think I'm weird. I just love albinos, from fish to, cats. I used to have like white cats. I have white dog. Actually, I still have a white cat and white dog. And I have albino turtles and tortoises and snakes. And so I love albinos. And who doesn't, right? Cool red eyes, beautiful, just pattern. Look at this thing. Orange Dream enhances the albino so much. A lot of people think that albino is like a dead end type of morph. No way. You can put so many cool things into albino, and we're going to talk about that today and talk about how you can make some cool albinos yourself. This female, like I said, I produced her from a lesser Orange Dream het albino, bred to an albino a couple years ago, and then she bred for me last year. I'm going to show you some of her babies, and she's definitely gravid here. And I'm not going to tell you who I bred her to because I don't want to jinx it, but when she delivers or she lays that clutch, we will talk about that and what potential I think is in this little project that I'm laying down the groundwork for. But what you're going to find is that, and today's topic is going to be how to make albinos better, how to enhance them, and there's two different ways you can go with it. And I'm going to go the way of making them oranger, making them pop more, making them just have some craziness by reducing pattern and by enhancing them with more orange color. That's the route. And then maybe for another video we'll do on how to make, how to put dark morphs into these albinos and make them, have more purples and stuff like that in them. But that's another video. Once again, if you like albinos, don't worry about what anyone else says in terms of, they're not worth as much, or there's so many of them out. You do what you like. I love albinos. I have a lot of albino projects, and I will continue to do it. And I'll tell you one thing: when I list these albinos online, they sell very quickly, especially the lower priced ones. Obviously, the super high priced ones are going to take a little longer, but do what you love. That is the bottom line. Let's take a look. Look at this boy. I am in love with this boy. I can't even believe it. This is a spider hurricane monarch. Monarch being that T-positive line that's not compatible with ultramel or caramel. It's its own line. It's more of a purplish line of T-positive. I'll show you a male I have. Gorgeous. I'm dying to get hurricane into monarch. I'm glad I did the breeding this past year. My monarch male was not cooperating with the female I've been breeding with the last couple of years. I don't know why I waited so long to breed him to something else, but last year I bred him to a hurricane spider and produced a bunch of really nice looking. I just love hurricane and spider. It looks really nice together. This boy is just spectacular with that crazy head stamp. And spiders, a lot of people don't like spiders. I love them. They eat great, they breed well and fast. So I suspect by next season, he will be breeding for me, and you never know. We might produce a hurricane monarch. I don't know. The odds are going to be pretty high because the female I'm going to breed him to is going to be a het monarch probably. So that's all I'm going to have ready to breed by next year. But it could happen. You got to dream it to believe it. Really nice looking boy though. Here is a terrific male I wanted to show you guys. I love Orange Dream and Lester together. Really, really nice looking male. And what makes it even nicer is that he's het albino. Now, look at that eye. And you guys have seen some of my Orange Dream albinos I produced. They're awesome. And the lesser Orange Dream albinos are even cooler. This male's at 19. He's ready to breed. He is available. If you guys want to get into that project, you want to see some lesser Orange Dream albinos in your collection, this guy is spectacular. He's an amazing looking snake in and of himself. And like I said, if you're looking to I like albino stuff. So if you like albinos, the best way to enhance, I find, albinos is go two directions. Orange Dreams will make and will make them much more orange. Lesser seems to also just really amp up the orange in there. And then of course, if you want to go dark, you go like black pastel or leopard, and you make, you know, a much more defined pattern, like, you know, purplish look to it. So there's two ways to go with albino to enhance it. A lot of people thought albinos couldn't be improved, but that's so far from the truth. I'll show you what a orange dream or possible super orange dream lesser albino looks like in a minute. But this guy is, like I said, people are always asking me, I want to get into a project quickly. This guy will put you right in there at ground level really fast, because he's ready to breed. You know, if you have an albino female around, that's how I started. I bought this exact snake, not this one. I have the breeder in my other rack, but this same morph combination, I bred him to an albino mine, and I actually 2 albinos, and that's how I got my whole Orange Dream albino project started. And man, was it a great idea. I love it. All right, here's what I believe to be a super Orange Dream albino. I produced it this past year. This is my holdback actually, but I have 2 more like this that are almost exactly the same. So I think I hit super Orange Dream albino. Look at this is almost a year-old snake too. Look at the incredible outlining of the pattern, the deep orange outline, and then just, I mean, this stuff looks like it's like nuclear. It literally looks like it's radioactive, this thing. I probably should call it the radioactive. I'm sure there's probably one out there already. Great. One of the nicest looking albinos I've ever seen. If this is what you like, if you like a lot of contrast, this is a gorgeous one. And I love albino stuff, so my son loves this snake too. Just exquisite. Now this is, it's litter mate. This is lesser Orange Dream, a possible or super Orange Dream. It's hard to tell. I think it's super Orange Dream because look, you could look at some of the crazy oranges in this thing. Look at that orange, deep orange. Now you gotta remember, lesser reduces pattern, and it gives that striping on the dorsal side right here. And lesser also will lighten stuff up a lot. So, and you get to look at that freaky head pattern right there. It's like nuts. And this is just a cool albino. I mean, I can't even, I don't think the camera can do it justice. That's how nice it looks. And once again, look at the dorsal aspect. It's just all over the place. It's just kooky, and you can see once again, that lesser influence right there. The really white belly from the Orange Dream. I mean, that's just exquisite. You can see it over here too on this one. Really white belly. So 2 amazing snakes, and that male that I showed you before can make these 2 very easily. All you have to do is have a nice albino female, or even a het albino, and you can do it. So great project if you're looking to get into something cool. I love albinos, like I said, and I love lavender albino too, but I think that people take the regular albino for granted now because it's too easy. You know, it's been around for too long, but there's so much more you can do. Look at this snake. I mean, I'm gonna do so much with this, with these in the coming months. I just think there's so much left to do with albino to make it even crazy. I mean, who wouldn't want this snake in their collection as a pet keeper? I mean, if I was like a 16-year-old kid and I had like a snake I wanted to show my friends, I mean, that would be off the charts. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. And I wanted to show you guys, this is a male, actually a female, lesser Orange Dream albino that is mature, not ready to breed yet. Probably next season will breed. This one is sold, but I want to just show you how cool this looks. Look at that. Look at that. How cool this albino is. This does not look like a typical albino. It actually looks like it almost has banana in it or something like that, right? I mean, amazing. Just goes to show you that if you use your imagination and you try to be creative and you create your own art, that's really what we're doing here, right? Mix your own genes in, do things that like no one's done. Or what I do is I try to do things that I like that other people have done. Once I produce it, then I actually go to the next level and add my own my own paint palette, so to speak. And that's really what you got to do. You have to basically say to yourself, what do I want to make? Once you make it, then you can go to that next level and make something even cooler. Or you might right off the bat have something cool that you want to make. So hit me up if you guys are interested in any of these projects. I do have a lot of hat stuff available too that you might be interested in. You can check my Morph Market page. If you don't see it on there, hit me up and I can tell you what I do have available. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. I'll see you back tomorrow.